Welcome, and thank you for listening to this audio portion of Educational Leadership. The October 2011 issue of EL focuses on coaching, the new leadership skill. Editor-in-Chief Marge Shearer introduces this theme in her monthly Perspectives column entitled,
The Art of Changing Minds. Responding to a writing prompt in Richard Elmore's new book, I Used to Think, and Now I Think, Deborah Meyer writes, something about teaching is so personal and raw, the teachers spend a lot of energy avoiding serious help from those who could best give it. Maybe I have to do some rethinking about how to bring the ideals of trust and democracy together to resolve a contradiction that I had underestimated. In Elmore's book, 20 leading educators, researchers, and policy analysts individually re-examine their long-standing views on such school reform topics as community schools, inclusion, the role of unions, the effectiveness of turnaround strategies, and even their faith that any single public policy can make a difference in improving schools. Although some of the book's contributors have reversed their previously held beliefs, Meyer admits that she is still pondering the questions she had when she began her career. As a founder of schools whose purpose was to create strong adult communities in which wary kids could let down their guard and learn, she found that the lack of trust among the adults was often a sticking point. She writes, if we cannot even trust each other as professionals, how can we expect the families and children to trust us? The trust that Meyer writes about is deeply relevant to the theme of this month's EL, coaching. The aim of coaching is to get educators to reflect and improve on their theory and practice, to ponder, as Elmore's book title suggests, what they used to do and think, and to be open to changing their minds. By helping educators learn for themselves and from one another, our authors argue, coaching can boost teacher effectiveness, enhance student learning, deepen subject area expertise, and improve staff relationships. To start, Bob and Megan Shannon Moran tell us that we must clarify the differences between coaching and evaluation. Whereas evaluation is meant to identify deficiencies and hold educators accountable, coaching supports excellence by tapping into the ways adults learn. Although both evaluation and coaching have their place in schools, research into adult learning points to 3 principles that are crucial to successful coaching. It must be teacher-centered, it must be no fault, and it must be strengths-based. The more knowledgeable the coach, the more tempted that coach may be to be an advisor rather than a partner. Unfortunately, this often undermines learning. People don't resist change, they resist being changed, the authors write. In Modeling Lessons, Catherine Casey reinforces the idea that teachers need to see effective instructional strategies in action before they can make them their own. She talks about the value of making visible the invisible decisions made in classrooms and narrowing the focus of demonstration lessons so that teachers can be students of good teaching. Yet even the best demonstrations are useless if the designated observer starts correcting papers or takes a coffee break during the lesson. When that has occasionally happened to her, Casey writes, it was often because she had failed to talk over the purpose of the demonstration with the teacher. Our authors make clear that coaching is not a monolithic practice. Coaches may be principals or teachers, visiting professors, or school colleagues. They may be literacy coaches, data coaches, technology coaches, even virtual coaches. They may coach a group or work one-on-one, and the coaches themselves can be a cohort, further blurring the distinction between coach and coachee. 2 of the most effective practices, instructional rounds and lesson planning, start by focusing on very different things. In instructional rounds, educators seek to observe and document trends in practice at a given school. Those involved in lesson study engage with curriculum and standards as they analyze lessons. Michael Fullen and Jim Knight remind us that coaching is not without difficulty. Schools can squander their coaching efforts if they assign coaches the wrong work. If coaches do not know that their goal is to help colleagues improve instruction, or if they're not trained communicators and leaders, the results of coaching may be minimal. Yet coaching can be one of the most rewarding learning opportunities for participants, and is most certainly a promising practice for the profession. In times when so many mandates come from above or entirely from outside the field of education, coaching is a refreshing way educators can improve from within.
Thank you for listening to the Perspectives column with Marge Shearer, Editor-in-Chief of Educational Leadership, copyright 2011, ASCD. Any copying or distribution of this recording without the express written permission of ASCD is strictly prohibited. If you'd like more information about educational leadership or other ASCD professional development resources, please call us at 1-800-933-2723 or visit our website again at ascd.org.